Hi there, Libra. This is Miss Joan, Miss Joan's Tarot on the Hill. And yes, Lady J of Lady J's Tarot reading. And I'm here to talk to you about what's going on for December 10th through the 16th. We have the 3 cards in front of us from the overview video. I am outside in my tent at a Ren fair where most of my followers have found me. Ta-da! Like 200 out of 400. Yay! Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate you very much. I need you all to be here, and it's, you know, the like and subscribe and the algorithm, and yay. Thank you. I am probably going to be changing the name. I will leave links everywhere for that, along with in the below comments you're going to find all of the names of the new decks, because yeah, everything's new, everything's changed. If you didn't see the overview, you'll have a better idea what's going on there. I did bring Einstein with me, and the layout is generally the same. But all the decks are different. So changes in the air, as I say. So this card here is the one from the monthly card for this month. Crystal Ally Cards Evolution Deck, a Sugilite, which is a lovely purple stone, and it speaks of dreams. All right. So this cool here card, talking about there's a gateway here, reminding you, of course, very moon-like. Dreams and goals on tap. We want to pay attention to where we're headed and how we're getting there and what's going on there. I acknowledged, Libra, that last week wasn't necessarily awesome, and that this week looks like it's going to be equally tough. So let us get into this, and we'll go ahead and clarify these cards from the overview video with this wonderful, awesome 1/3 of the Alleyman's Tarot deck, which is super coolio. You're never going to believe it when you see it finally. It's so good. Look it up. It's going to be great. We'll clarify these as well. Oh my, we got Giuseppe. He's important. I'll show you that card in a minute. He comes with directions. So let's talk about what's going on. These cards are going to relate to some of my Libras, but not all of my Libras. So bear with me. And if it's not your cup, if it's not your deal this month, you don't have to watch. Ta-da! But definitely some of my Libras are going to be going through some stuff. We have conflict and defeat, showing that there's been some opinions put out, some ideas put out, and either you've been railroaded over or disregarded is what I'm getting a lot of. There's, you know, not feeling good about what's going on around you, not feeling heard, not feeling appreciated, not feeling anything except beat down and sad. So for those of you who are feeling that, you're in the right place. I'm here for you. I hear you. Stick around. We're going to get better. All right. We know that the overall theme for this month, for the message, the private message for you Libras alone, is that it's okay to not be okay. But you do have to tell somebody, right? Talk about it. It will help a lot in every which way we can. This card here is the Strength card. This feels like a rehash. This feeling, this terrible feeling you're having, is a rehash from something from before. You may be crossing the lines, letting the past feelings pollinate and cross terrorize you. So basically we want you to like do a little journaling, do a little meditation where you punch that guy in the face that perpetrated against you in the past, and then take your little kid aside and say, hey man, I got you. I'm protecting you now. I'm sorry I didn't protect you then, but I got you now. Okay. And when you do that, it changes things for you when you come back into this world, from your meditation, I mean. And then you can go ahead and sort of approach this new situation as, oh, now I'm going to protect my little kid self, but I'm going to say that you're not the same guy that I was dealing with back then. You're different. And I can deal with you in a different way. As a grown-up taking care of this little kid, this is what I would say and how we're going to handle this. So you'll handle it with discretion and capacity, and it's going to be great. Okay, cool. Giuseppe. He's a funny little dude. He's just like a little, I mean, what do you want to call that? He looks like part of a Twinkie with a smiley face and a dunce cap. So there he is, sitting on a lawn. And it has directions. So let's read the directions. Draw 3 cards from anywhere. If they do not bring you happiness, put them back where you found them and draw 3 more. You may repeat this as many times as you'd like. If any other players are looking or feeling left out, share some with them. So that's kind of groovy, right? Talk about awesome. So I'm going to draw 3 cards from right here. All right. 1, 2, and 3. And he said, if they don't bring you joy, we have the Knight of Cups, we have the Knight of Rings, and we have the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is saying, use your intuition, use your inner knowledge to know how to handle this situation, okay? We want you to use your gut reaction to everything that's happening. You know what to do in this situation. It's just a matter of applying yourself. Fighting for your heart's desire. The Knight of Cups is saying you need to stand up for yourself. Don't let anyone walk all over you completely. Yes, there's something going on, and you may still not get your way, but you can say your piece and walk away with dignity, okay? And that's important because we have the Knight of Rings. The rings in my mind are, it's the brass ring we're all shooting for. It is the thing that tells us things are coming together right? So you're shooting for that and you're fighting for that. You want to, it's your dreams and goals. You need to let the universe know that absolutely I'm working on my dreams and goals here, and you cannot and should not get in my way because I'm working on it. And if this isn't the alleyway that I need to go down, then I'm going to choose another one. Later days, buddy. So don't be afraid to just later days, buddy. And take care of yourself, okay? There is, of course, the heartache and loss card saying that, yep, things don't feel good when you have to do that later days thing. It feels terrible sometimes. Express your feelings. Don't bottle them up. There's no market for that. Nobody wants to buy tears. Nobody wants to buy a 6-pack of tears. So it's better to just let them go. Let them run. The 10 of Eyes is here. In supporting of this, it speaks to seeing things clearly. Please, looking at things more clearly, letting yourself understand the vision that you're having and accept it for what it is. We don't want to sugarcoat things. We don't want to add a bunch of fluff and nonsense to it. But if you can see it clearly and go, okay, so-and-so is being favored over so-and-so, and I'm being left out in the cold all of a sudden, and it feels terrible. Yes. Feels terrible. So feel the feelings, release that feeling, and know that, okay, here I am and I can move on now. The Ace of Discs, Ace of Pentacles, right, is also blocked, but it's a cool card, right? Like a dragon. Very cool. We want to just say very plainly that this is, no money is falling out of the sky right now. This is the whole problem with the situation, is that there is no gift of finance in the situation. You'll have lots of issues, but there's no gift of finance, okay? This card here is our quote-unquote solution, talking about being trapped in fear. Whoops, almost chucked it off the table. There we go. Trapped in fear shows a fella sitting there inside a window, holding his head and feeling sad. So I want you to know this is an 8 card. An 8 card is all about abundance in my head. And I want you to know that while you have an 8, it's also the infinity sign, which doesn't mean that this is going to last forever. What it means is there's still potential. Even though this feels like a trap, it's not. It's just a window. That window always has a way to open. So don't be alarmed by that. Don't let this be a trap of any kind. There is no trap except inside your mind. So remember that. Keep that in mind. We have the Page of Wands. There's new information coming to you to let you know that, you know what? You don't have to do this thing alone. And there's something you need to learn to move forward, okay? And when you learn that thing you need to move forward, I think you'll feel much better, all right? There is the old Five of Cups, reminding us that as we're going through what we're going through, we're thinking about old relationships. And those old relationships were valid and important in the moment. But we want to also remember that if we remember to learn the lesson from those relationships, we won't carry that over to where we are now, right? This is just some stuff from the past. And that stuff from the past is saying, that was a long time ago, man. You don't live that life anymore, and you're okay. So take the lesson and do better in this situation, but don't fall apart over what was, okay? Because it's in the past now. We don't have any way of controlling that situation. So that's a lot, I know, but I think you're going to be all right. Let's go ahead and get some clarifying cards right here, because that's how I roll. We have this wonderful deck, been pre-programmed. We're going to go ahead and lay it out and clarify some of these cards so that we can have some good clarity. All right. The ones I want to clarify right now, I'm going to clarify the Strength card. Well, let's do Conflict first. Conflict. Now Strength. Ten of Eyes. Wants to be clarified. There it is. Let's go ahead and get Trapped in Fear. Alrighty then. Boom. And I think we got the others. So we'll go ahead and set all of this aside. Let's talk about it. All right. So what we have now is conflict and defeat. We want to nurture ourselves. Take care of yourself in this time. Okay, this is nurture. Speaks very plainly to loving upon yourself. Do whatever it is you need to do to love yourself. If that means going to the gym or staying home and eating Twinkies, I don't care what it takes. Take care of yourself. Nurture the part of you that needs nurturing right now. Sometimes gallon ice cream is the answer. That's it. The Strength card here is being clarified by lead. This card is very interesting and cool. It shows you pushing forward, your dreams and goals, stepping up into the thing, letting go of what happened in the past, or pushing beyond what happened in the past so you can lead now. It's like, okay, yeah, no, before I had to follow and I got screwed. So now I'm going to move forward, leading better than I ever got led. Yay. Perfect. These cards here were good to go. We talked about keeping an eye on your brass ring, fighting for your heart's desire, and using your intuition to move you forward. And I think those are still valid ideas, and I think you should hang on to that. Heartache and loss is here. We talked about something rather large is in the blocking department that is pushing all of these feelings around and making it kind of hard. The Ten of Eyes is sadness and isolation. How interesting that we've had this wonderful collection of things that are all working very much together. You may feel like you can't talk to some people about what's going on. Maybe an ex passed away and you can't share it with your current partner because things are happening, right? And like things have come up. That would really explain a lot of what's going on. That's kind of what I've been getting in the vibage. Don't be afraid to share your feelings. It's okay to not be okay. This person knows you had a past life. I mean, everybody in relationships should know the other person had a past life. It's okay. Don't worry. And again, Ace of Discs, no money coming out of the sky. But don't stay in your sadness or isolation. It's too much. Looking at it from a better perspective, you'll find that there's going to be some solutions. trapped in fear. Oh dear, don't do that, right? Ha, there we go. Moving on. Moving on is a person walking on the beach, and they are moving on. So we want you to see it for what it was, experience those feelings, release them, release yourself mostly, because there's stuff to be learned. You're going to learn more information that's going to help you move forward. It wasn't anything you did or didn't do. Everything is okay. What you can do is take the lesson with the Five of Cups, moving forward into your next, in your current relationship. Use the information you have now to expand and make it better. All right, that's the best answer right now. Let's go ahead and finish it off here. Go ahead and like and subscribe as you will. I appreciate you very much. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about all this. I know it's a lot. Okay, but I'm excited to hear what you have to say. I'm excited to see how this plays for you. Hopefully it's not too quote-unquote theatrical for you. I don't feel it's too much. I'm just sharing who I am on the other days of the week. All right. I'll talk to you next week, and hang in there. All right. We will see you for the 17th through the 23rd. Thank you.